It's a blessing for us to be able to do this, though. Yeah, we honored.
I'm glad you invited me.
All right, all right, all right. Once again, hello everybody. Welcome to the Black Hole. Today, this is something special. Um, Today, we are going to bridge some gaps. Today, we're going to, while we still have them around, we're going to get stories of the past, so we can learn how not to do things that we shouldn't do, and so we can learn how to move forward from things in the past that did work. So, yeah, welcome to the Black Hole.
Another one. Got your boy Ski. What up, GB? And we got these young ladies.
Beautiful young ladies. Would you like to introduce yourself?
I don't know what to say to that. But anyhow, thank you for inviting me, okay? I'm just happy to be here. This is November 2nd, 2025. We have actually made it almost through the year of 2025. It has been a roller coaster ride.
Yes, ma'am.
So much is going on and is going on today. I hardly know where to start, but I'm just grateful to be here and to be invited by these young fellows. You know, we're trying to bridge the gap between the young and the old, okay? This is, I think, the purpose here, because somehow they feel that those of us who have lived through some things can share some of our knowledge with them, and I'm just grateful that they considered me as being one of the people who would, will share my experiences here in these United States of America.
Yeah, okay, well, we're going to get right into it. You ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, so we were speaking about bridging gaps. Why do you think there is such a disconnect between generations?
I struggle with that one because I think sometimes we've allowed it to happen. I don't know whether we were too busy trying to be friends with our children or trying to protect them in some way from the things that we've experienced. I don't know, but I tell you one thing, we really need to fix that, because I think our children can learn a lot from our experiences, and they need to understand that really the things that they're doing, that it's just a part of life in general. It's a growing process, and we've done and lived through some of the same things and the challenges that they're are dealing with today. And if we don't share how we live through it, then they're not going to be able to understand what it is that they need to do to be able to live. I mean, to live. I'm not talking about just exist. I'm talking about living. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Because there are some things that they're going to have to do or not do in order to continue to live in this society.
Amen.
Now, I don't know. I'm sure you guys, now you know, look, I'll just put it like this. We're in an environment now where you see that a lot of things are being taken away. Okay. Now, some of them have value and some do not.
Mm-hmm.
And what I want my young people to understand is you already have everything you need. But we've somehow gotten away from having them in the right places where they can get the right information. There has been a divide. Well, let's just say, I go to different churches. Our churches are empty.
Whoa.
They're empty of our young people and our babies and our young men in particular. Now, I'll just say this from my experience and the men that I grew up around. Some of our men have the idea that church leadership that the preachers are the pimps. Okay. Now the young folks, this is what they say now. I'm just sharing with you what I hear. Okay. And so that in itself pushes them out. They shy away from it because they they feel like church is just a place where you go and you pay tithes and nothing is really given back to the community. I hear that a lot. And so now we've got to figure out how we can change that thinking, because if we understand what the church main purpose is to help to bring these young folks in alignment with the Holy Spirit, number one, and the divinity.
Amen.
Okay, and how you can't function without it. You got to have that in your life.
Yes, ma'am.
And so we have to get them to the place where they feel comfortable in that space. And that's going to be our challenge, because the world is drawing them here in so many other places, so many other ways. Just take, for instance, I was hanging out with Brother Robert Mert today. And how we were talking about some things, and how we can get 4,000-5,000 people for the boots on the ground.
Okay. Cut it out.
But we can't get 20 people to the prayer on the square.
Why is that?
That's what I'm saying. That's the divide right there.
Ooh.
We've got to be able to figure out how to change the mindset. We talked about that. It's a mindset thing. And we've been programmed out of the church. We've been programmed. The system programs them out. We look at the church as the bad place. You know, I don't understand that, because no.
I'm going to the club Friday though.
We're going to go to the club Wednesday night when we should be at Bible study, okay? But, so, you know, that's going to be the challenge right there, you know, getting our young men back in the fold. We got some women, we got a lot of women in church now, a lot of them. And they're working to an extent, but they can't do it alone. We need strong men. We need them. We need our men on board. And we've allowed society to push them out, and then we bought into it and pushed them out too. Okay? I don't need a man. I don't need no man. I can take care of myself.
That's what they be saying.
But now, let me tell you something, sister. I need me a man here and there. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna tell no lies.
Well, them no kind.
You know, that's just the reality of it. Look, and that's not to say that. Look, and I try to share my experiences. Now, all my experiences with men have not been good, but that doesn't mean that I write them all off. Because what I had to understand when I was young, I didn't have sense enough to look at their surroundings and how they were raised, to see how they became who they were. But once I got older and started looking at the bigger picture, then I realized that I can't adopt the idea that most women were running around saying that all men are dogs, because they are not. There are good men in the fold. But if you haven't been taught how to seek them out and to recognize them, then you're going to continue to make the same mistake over and over and over again. You're going to keep picking the wrong ones. And so we have some teaching to do to our young sisters about what to recognize, what to stay away from, but we also have to teach our young men to respect the woman.
Okay.
Respect them. Do you know when God decided to send his child here, who did he choose? A woman. So that tells you the value of a woman. We have to teach our young men that the womb, is very valuable to keep us growing. You cannot have a society unless that womb is there. So you got to respect it and uphold it with everything that's in you. And until we teach our young men to do that and teach them that their seed ought to be just like their little finger. Don't be spreading your seed here and there and everywhere. Treat it like your little finger. Would you cut it off? Then you would not cut your seed off. Take care of your children when they come in this world. Take care of your children when they come in this world. You may not like the mama, But that don't mean you don't disrespect and take care of that child. Feed him and be in his life. I tell you, our communities would be a whole lot better if we start teaching our young men that and teaching our young women how to be young women. We're gonna be all right. But we got work to do. Because a lot of them don't want to hear it.
Okay.
You know?
I like that. I can actually. We have work to do. So, with that being said, I just come up with this one. Back in the day, a lot of marching and a lot of protesting was going on. And still to this day, marching and protesting is going on. Is there anything that you see different that can be implemented
Today, we've done the marching. Look who's marching now. It ain't us. See, we have already done our jobs. Now it's our time. See, the promise has already been made to us, so we gonna get ours. No matter how much they try to take it from us, you see, it ain't working. See, the power that is gonna set it right. And I tell folks now, don't get discouraged by what y'all hearing, by what these folks talking about what they're gonna do. The power is still in our hands. We don't have a thing to do but just sit back and let God do what He do.
So what we doing wrong?
What we doing? What are we doing wrong? We're not doing anything wrong. We're doing everything right. Be still and let God do what He do. Now, if you want to do something, y'all heard this thing here about this blackout. Have you heard about that?
Go for it.
Okay. We're supposed to be blacking out. They didn't have to tell me to start blacking out on the 25th. I've been blacking out for a few years. I blacked out on Dish Network. I don't pay for TV. You're crazy if you're doing it. You paying for something that's coming into your feed, that's poisoning your mind. You understand? Well, you's a nut if you paying for it. So I figured out a way not to pay for it. I'll share that with y'all one day. Can't do it right now.
You can't keep this all right.
I can't give it all to you at one time. But so all we got to do is just be still and let God. I just keep saying it. The blackout. Look, stop giving up all your money on frivolous stuff. Stay out of these restaurants. Cook at home. Stay out of these stores. You don't need no 50,000 pairs of Jordans. That doesn't make sense. Stop being influenced by society telling you that you should do this or should have that. That's one thing we can do. Blackout. Do you know the bus boycott lasted 381 days? It broke Montgomery. Okay? We won't stop spending one day. Get out of the system. They want to push you out with DEI telling you that you're not important. Well, then you know what they respect? M-O-N-E-Y, dollars. When you start pulling back, then they'll start respecting you.
It makes sense. It sounds like it
Now, think about that. So, if there's anything that you might be doing wrong, I would say your spending, how we spend it. We don't even have enough knowledge about money. We're not educating folks on that. Why you think the folks are rich? Figure it out. We need to start teaching that. We don't teach that. You don't have a class on economics. They're not even teaching that in school. It's sad. You're gonna teach me how to take a test, but you won't teach me how to balance a checkbook or, well, that's another whole story that I could get into. The banking system, which is a ripoff. All of that. Financial literacy. That's it. That's it. That's it. We need that knowledge. We don't have enough of that. And then there's nobody teaching it. Y'all know anybody right here offering any kind of financial literacy on the regular?
No, man.
You don't get it. And to me, the religious institutions are the ones who should be trying to get this knowledge for your people. See, that's how you serve the community.
sounds about right to me.
That's if there's anything that we're not doing, that might be it. There's too much knowledge out here that our people need, and they're not getting it. And we have to seek out the people who can bring us that information. And I spent a lot of time trying to do that. But now, I'm just grateful to be here because in the last few years, my mind is in some places, but I haven't, and I keep saying, one day I'm going to connect with the people that I need to be connected with to be able to see the things through that keep going off in this big head of mine. I'm serious. And I've been praying for it. And I just think that maybe now is the time. Maybe the people that I need to be around, I'm connecting to. And let me tell you something. Young people can teach you a lot too. I've learned that. And I say that because since I've been on this history journey, I've had an opportunity to really dig deep into our history and to know that a lot of the people who made an impact in our community were young folks. Black Panthers, that boy was 21 years old and started a movement. And the government was so threatened by him, they sent folks in and infiltrated that organization and made them out to be the criminals. Now, what our folks don't understand too about our history, them boys didn't let drugs come into that community. They went in and busted up the drug houses, okay? They started feeding programs for their children in their own community because the government wasn't giving them nothing. And once the government saw that they were successful, they couldn't stand it. Killed that boy. The boy was 21 years old. Started a movement. So you're never too young to start. Wasn't Jesus preaching when he was 12? Huh? So we've got to dig deep here now. We have some jewels right in our communities, right amongst us. But we got to figure out a way to dig deep and get the minerals out and move the boulders out of the way. See, the boulders sitting up there on top. Got all the sunlight, talking a whole lot of stuff. Ain't doing nothing but just sitting there, taking up space. But if you can dig down deep and get to the minerals down in there, where all the riches and wealth is, man, it's going to raise. Look, out of this darkness is going to come some light. I just believe it.
Okay, so when I say Marion, what does that mean to you?
Ooh, Marion.
Like
I love my little town.
okay.
And I love its people. I don't like some of them, but I love most of them.
At least you're honest.
Well, look, I got a message today, and I got it. Here's the deal with Marion. Is a funny little place. Marion has a lot of cliques and little groups and sometimes I feel like I'm really an outsider, and that I'm not everywhere, but everybody knows me. You understand what I'm saying? I don't go to everything. I'm not in most cliques. A lot of times when I find out stuff, it's already done happened. Because I don't hang in packs. Okay, I'm kind of sort of a loner, and I don't really have a lot to say most of the time. But stop it. Stop laughing. You over there laughing at me. I don't. Y'all know I be quiet. Y'all be sitting over there in the corner. When I come in the room, I sit off in the corner. I try not to draw no attention to myself because I'm just not like that, But when I leave, people will say, I saw you. So they watching, but they ain't saying nothing.
Okay.
And that's okay.
Okay.
I don't mind that so much because I really don't try to attract any attention at all. But Marion is a beautiful place. I'm going to tell you, I wouldn't rather be anywhere else than Marion, Alabama. We have some beautiful people here. We do. But the best ones you'll never see. Some of the best people who are doing the most, you don't see them. They're quiet. They're working in the darkness, but they're getting a whole lot of things done. It's a beautiful place. I'm tired of folks talking about how bad Marion is. It's them. It's not the town.
That's right. That's true.
Tired
of them too.
I'm tired of hearing it. Marion don't have this. Marion don't have that. Well, how about you try to get some of that here? How about you try to bring something instead of always talking about what we don't have? Well, I want us to work together. Well, then, how about you be the kind of person to bring us together? Mm-hmm. There was something was said today about communicating with, I tell you what it came out of, the Beatitudes. Blessed are the peacemakers. Huh? Absolutely. That part. Absolutely. Because we live in Marion, we don't associate with folks if they're not on the same thinking level that we think we are. So we've got to learn how to be around these people and be able to communicate with them on a level where it's not offensive, and you can talk to one another. These people in town can't talk to one another. They just, it's really messed up. You see them on Facebook how they just belittle each other and calling folks out of their names and stuff like that. Somebody posted the other day. What's Jamal Bryant, the preacher? He was talking about how with the SNAP benefits, most of the people that's on SNAP are Caucasians, right? Here comes this guy. He moved here. You know, Marion gets a lot of folks moving in here. You all notice that? Yeah. So he gets on there and he calls him a stupid MF, right? So I have had contact with this gentleman. I call him a gentleman, to put it kindly. I just posted back. I said, I would never refer to another human being in that manner. What this does for me is it shows me your true colors. Because he wanted to say, why we always got to make it, why he always making it black and white issue. And so I said to him, so this is showing me your true colors. So he didn't get, crazy and come back with me with the big words and that old kind of stuff. He gonna come back talking about, well, I was just saying why they always make it a black and white issue. It just made me mad. I said, well, you didn't get mad when your T-Rumps said the same thing. And Tuberville said that most of the people that's getting it are urban black men. You wasn't offended by that, And he didn't respond back. Because, see, that's the way I communicate with these white folks in Marion. I don't let them get under my, but I'm going to say what I'm going to say. But I'll say it where they don't bother me.
Yeah, let me educate you real quick.
Go ahead.
No, that's how you respond to him.
Yeah. He didn't know what to say.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't. And when I see him, and I know I will again, I invited, he was at my fashion show. I had him playing he plays guitar because my DJ was late. So he went home and got his guitar and came back. He did really well, and I like him for that. I appreciate that. So we got kind of sort of a little relation. We ain't friends now. Because he definitely a T-Rump man, okay? He's definitely a T-Rump man, and I know that. But it's out of his ignorance. So that's basically what I told him. Instead of getting mad, how about you get you some knowledge on what's really going on? Because what they're doing is pitting us against each other. You don't even see what's going on. They pitting us against each other. And these folks is living off of our dollars, okay?
All right.
But
so let's go back down memory lane one time.
Uh-oh. If I can remember.
I think it'll be hard to forget this day.
I
think you were about 14.
Ooh. Yeah.
I think you know what day I'm talking about.
Yeah. 1964, 65 time frame. Probably October, November, 64. Some people came to our campus, Lincoln High School, historic Lincoln School over there. A school that was established right after the Emancipation Proclamation. And it was said that we had some freedoms, but yet we didn't have an education system for our folks. They were still trying to keep us in the dark. So Lincoln School was established in 1867. But anyhow, here it is, 1964, and I'm a student in high school at Lincoln, the historic Lincoln School over there, which is now Alabama State. But yeah, Alabama State started right here in Marion, Alabama, at historic Lincoln Normal School, a school that taught agriculture, biology. We had 5 or 6 foreign languages. We don't even have a foreign language in schools now.
Right.
Chemistry. Anyhow, a 10-acre campus still there today. Anyway, SNCC, Student Nonviolent Coordinating Committee, an arm of SCLC, Southern Christian Leadership Conference. It was a youth division. Their job was to go around and recruit students from the different schools and colleges. Anyhow, they found their way to Lincoln campus and came out to our little gated school campus with a bullhorn and got to telling us we need to leave school and come on uptown and join the protests and the marches. And of course, at first we were kind of sort of reluctant, but because, our parents were really strict. You couldn't skip school. And because of where the school was located, if you managed to skip school, by the time you got halfway around the block, your mama knew you was gone, knew you was out, So we just didn't do it. But that day, we had got up enough nerve to go. And of course, Mr. Dixon wasn't having us leaving, so we couldn't go out the front where the principal's office was. We had to find other ways to get off campus. So we snuck out the side gate, out the back gate, and went around what we call the back way to get uptown and to march and to protest. This went on, any number of times. We were arrested, and one time we were arrested and taken to, it was called Camp Selma. It was on Highway 80 down here. We stayed there maybe about 3 nights. On February, it was cold, with the clothes on our back. But we had protested that day, and they didn't like it. And so when they picked us up, we thought they were going to take us back to school, but they took us down 40. When they started going down 45, that's when I started getting scared. Because I kept thinking, oh, Lord, they're going to kill us. You got to realize now, look, it was some killing that had been going on around the country. Birmingham, they bombed the church up there, 16th Street Baptist Church up there, and killed them 4 girls. They had killed the Cheney and them 3 boys over there in Mississippi. They had already killed Medgar Evers in his driveway. So all of this had already gone on. So in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, oh, Lord, they're going to take us and dump. I'm thinking the river. You cross the river down there. I'm thinking, my mind was just going everywhere. But anyhow, they kept us down there for, 3 or 4 days until our parents finally found out where we were, because they took us in different places. They took some to Camp Selma, they took some to Marengo County, and they took some to other counties. They scattered us around, it separated us, But anyway, that was awful. That was traumatic in itself. But a few days after that, we had a march uptown, and they had corralled James Orange and put him in the Perry County Jail over there. And so Albert Turner, who was our leader at that time, SCLC, Dr. King's lieutenant, decided that we'd have a night march. That was February 18th, 1965. And so we went to Zion Church. It's where the mass meeting was held that night. And then that was one of 2 churches uptown that they would have the mass meeting. It would either be at Berean Baptist Church or Zion. So this particular night, it was at Zion. The church was packed. I'd never seen that many people in Zion. But that day, it was packed. It was wall to wall, people, the floor, you couldn't see the floor. Because we'd heard that Dr. King was coming to town, so of course we were going to hear him speak. But he didn't come. He sent C.T. Vivian. But in any event, we tried to do the night march, and it was not successful. They attacked us. And before the night was out, Jimmy Lee Jackson was shot and taken to the hospital in Selma because they wouldn't wait on him here in Marion. We had a hospital here in Marion, but they wouldn't wait on him, so he ended up in Selma. And they kept him there, and I just don't think he was treated very well. He ended up with an infection and died 8 days later. And so I think after that, there was another mass meeting, and that's when the conversation began about having a march. And they were talking about marching from Marion to Montgomery. That would have been the name of the march had it gone that way. But they didn't want to do it because we would have had to march down 45 or 14. Two-lane highways, very dark. Yeah. So they didn't want to do that. And they knew we didn't have any protection. We didn't have the National Guard. We didn't have no protection back then at all. And so the leaders in Selma and Albert and them got together and decided that, okay, well, we'll start the march from Selma because they had the 4-lane divided highway. That way we could march on the one side and keep the other lane open. So, you have to negotiate with the government in order to be able to get this permit to do the march itself. All right. So all of that was going on behind the scenes. So eventually they decided to do the march from Selma. And, of course, on the first attempt, we got the beat down. That was the Bloody Sunday. Okay. And then there were two other marches after that. I think we had what we call Turnaround Tuesday. And then we ended up with the third and final march, which was successful, from Selma to Montgomery. Now, I wasn't there Bloody Sunday because my uncle had died. Mom and I were in Virginia that weekend. But my sister and my brother was on the bridge. And so they can tell you about that. But I just remember looking at that horrific film. If you see the one where they coming after us and the tear gas, and you see Albert Turner down on the ground. You see John Lewis down on the ground. And my brother, and I think the majority of the people on that bridge today was from Perry County because it was Jimmy Lee who had died. So his family was there and friends and all that. But anyhow, that's a part of history that that February 18th was probably the most traumatic experience that I had during the movement because I got a chance to see firsthand the violence and the level of hatred for our people just for the right to vote. See, we had already gotten the civil rights legislation had been penned in 1964. So we had gotten the right to drink out of their water fountains. We had 2 separate water fountains in the courthouse. So we'd gotten that right. That was already on paper. Not that it did any good, but anyway, so we were still trying to get the right to vote, and that's what was going on in 1965. Okay, so they were still trying to keep us from because they knew what would happen. And as you can see, once we got the right to vote, that's when we started electing people who looked like us and who we sent to Washington and to Montgomery and what have you. But here we are, 2025, and they're doing everything they can to stop that progress, okay? They're trying to send us back to where we were. Gerrymandering, changing the voting laws, period. It's ongoing. The fight ain't over. But look, we're on the verge of another movement anyway, from the looks of it.
Yeah.
But I want our people to be smart now, because see, they're trying to bait us. All right? I don't want our people to get out here in the streets. And see, let me tell you how they do you. They'll get you out there in the street. But they'll also plant people out there with you that'll get stuff started, that'll get you killed.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you have to be very careful.
Infiltration.
Yeah, you have to be very careful. There ain't nothing changed about the way this government operates. Okay. They're good for sending folks in to claim to be your friend, and all they're doing is just picking your brains and going back and reporting to the powers that be. But the thing about it is, there is an awakening going on as well, simply because of technology. There is so much information out there. And if you know where to look, you'll find the answers.
That's right.
But you have to be very careful too, because there's some stuff out there that can get you killed. So you can't follow all of these folks that's out here telling you, you know, we need to take it to the streets. Now, wait a minute now. You talk about the people that had no military experience, you don't know how to shoot a gun, but you telling them to take it to the streets. You finna get some folk killed. That's about what's fixing to happen.
No type of training.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You about to get some folk
That's our
killed.
biggest problem. We're
Yeah.
not trained.
Yes.
We just we run off getting our heads with no training.
Yeah.
And that's what we talked about this morning. There's
Yeah.
no training.
Yeah.
It's time for us to get together. And like she said, they pitted us against one another.
Yeah.
For one thing.
Yeah.
As black men, we were taught, you know, you're just a boy.
Yeah.
So instead of you going up against a man that's beating you down,
Yeah.
you turn on the black woman
Right.
and disrespect her.
Right.
She in turn has black men.
Yeah.
And because she's been disrespected,
Yeah.
she, as a single mother, does not teach her sons to respect women.
Shoot.
But she disrespects the woman through her son. I.e., I'm a single mother,
Yeah.
so I have two sons. My man ran off and left me, so I'm gonna tell my sons, do whatever you want to do, and don't let her tell you what to do.
Yeah.
You my son.
Yeah.
Not teaching him to be a man.
That's right.
So now that has filtered down, so we no longer have it because of the black woman.
Yes.
Not because of anybody else. The black woman taught her son to disrespect the black woman.
Well,
They put it us against each other.
The society put them that, made them that
The
way.
black woman set up and invited women to her house to meet her son.
You
That's
know,
what they did.
but see, society
Society.
rewarded the black woman
Absolutely.
for separating,
For separating
pushing the man
the family,
out.
pushing them
Look,
out.
there was a time when you had nuclear families,
Absolutely.
Men were emotionally
and
intelligent.
and the government come in and tell you, okay, we gonna help you, ma'am, with your children, because you know.
Because that man ain't
What
no
man?
good. So get rid of him.
If you
Come move
we'll
the project.
we'll take care of it, but that man
Absolutely.
can't be up in there.
You can't be up in there.
That man got to go.
That bred a lot of emotional unintelligence.
Yes,
men.
Yeah,
it did.
it did.
Yes, it did.
And can you imagine what that did to the psyche of that man?
Absolutely.
Here I am. See, men got to understand their role. See, you the protector, you the provider, homie. Step up and be what you're supposed to be, what you scared of.
Absolutely.
Huh? You scared of responsibility? But
That-
you're making babies.
making babies, but that's the 5 P's that my husband used to teach young men.
Proper
You are the
prepper.
priest,
Priest.
first of all.
Okay.
Priest.
You're the prophet, you lead your family.
Yeah.
You're the progenitor, you're the one that land the seed.
Yeah.
You're the protector,
Yeah.
and you're the provider.
Yes.
But they lost all the P's.
Yeah.
Because how in the world you going to provide for 5 different women?
Ooh,
You got
Lord.
babies in 5 different
Oh
houses.
Lord, that's a terrible.
They push
Yeah,
it.
they push your P. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So now you have babies at 5, but you're a man.
Yeah.
Man,
That's
I
what.
got 7 children.
Uh-huh.
How many of them know you? How many do you provide for? How many do you tuck in bed at night?
Shoot it.
How many do you pray over? Where are those? What are you doing?
Yeah.
Make a baby,
Yeah.
don't make you a man.
Making babies.
There
don't make
you go.
a man. It does
Well,
not.
there it is.
But you still got the black mother saying, man, you come on home, baby.
Yeah,
Making
yeah.
a boy out of him. Come on
Yeah.
home, baby. If
Yeah.
she don't treat you right, you just come home.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
then telling Mary, you come here, baby. You come see my son. You've been wanting him anyway. So you come on and get another baby. So now you're making it
Heck,
worse.
you know.
Because he got a baby by Mary, Sue, Jane. You making it worse. But see, they don't want to admit that. The black woman ruined the black man, but they don't want to admit it. The government gave you housing, but check this. They go in your house when they get ready to, they got keys.
They sure do.
Woman now.
They sure do.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
truth has got to be told.
Yeah.
See, we want to downplay everything. And then,
We bought into
where we
it.
came from in Selma, you got preachers with babies all over Selma. So that's why y'all don't want to go to church.
Well, that's part of the truth.
Than you do.
That's part of the truth. That's part of the truth.
Then you got more women than you do.
That's part of the
truth. And then the woman gonna sit up there and tell you to go see the preacher, and you just saw him coming out the back door. What you want to hear from him? What can he tell you?
Not a word.
Nothing.
Well.
Absolutely.
That problem hadn't gone
This
away.
was
You know, we still have these same kinds of issues we're
Black
dealing with
hole
today.
moment.
I'm telling you,
Absolutely.
it's a mean, cold world.
Cold world.
Everywhere.
But we can change this.
Yes.
This is how it is changed right here. It
This
gets
is how-
changed
This
like
is the
this.
start. Yeah.
Because on the internet, I see that we've forgotten how to talk to one another.
Baby. And now
We
it's
talk at
changed
each
from
other.
the mother. We talk at each other. Now it's changed from the mother
Right.
teaching the young men to disrespect to the young woman who comes into his life and says, if you want to be with me, I know y'all seen it. What does it say? Family or fiance? So you either choose this woman out in the street or you choose your family, but you can't have both. So
Right.
now the grandchildren are coming up.
Right.
They don't have grandparents. They don't have that community
Right.
that
That's
teaches
the
them.
truth.
They're off on their own. They're mad because when they go to school for Grandparents Day, the Mexicans and the white folks, grandparents,
they
come to the
grandparents.
school, but the
But the
black
black-
mama can't come to the school because the mama of the children has said, you either choose me or you choose her.
Like you said that with the village gone.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
But we allow this to happen.
I'm trying to build me a village.
We allow this to happen.
Yeah.
So see, all it needs is for some black men to take some black men up in the woods. That's all. I said it. Take them in the woods.
She said it.
I said it. Take them in the woods. At least he gonna
Like
come
they
out
used-
alive when
like
the
they
black
used to
man
do.
took him in the woods. He was dead.
Like they used to do.
Like they used to do.
But you know the Bible speaks to that.
In the Bible, when you disrespected your parents, they put you in the center of the town and stoned you to death.
Well,
But we claim we love the Lord, he heard our cry, but we can't go by what the Bible says.
well,
Honor thy father and thy mother is the first commandment with promise.
that's
Oh.
that's right. With promise.
With promise.
Okay.
And you live long.
That you
That's
gonna
the
live.
only promise.
Yeah.
That other commandment tell you to do something, but
Yeah.
this commandment gives you a promise.
Yes.
But we
Yes.
can't do that because we've been set up.
Yeah.
Program.
There you go.
What we
Steady
doing?
being programmed.
Instead of being programmed.
Instead of being
And it's
programmed.
a cycle. It's the mama, it's the daughter.
Yeah.
It's the mama, it's the daughter. And the man still sitting up there just dropping seed everywhere.
Everywhere.
So we got children everywhere.
So
We got children.
so much dysfunction.
They cry and they
Oh
brag
God,
on it.
yes.
And what happened with Snap?
And it's
You
sad.
got folks on the internet. Man, I get $5,000 food stamp. I buy shrimp and I got
God.
what
That's
is it?
killing them.
They're killing them. I'm buying all this stuff.
You ain't supposed to
and-
eat that.
And I don't have to pay for it.
Bible
I don't
said.
have to get up and go to work. But they coming in and out of your house. They're destroying your children.
Yeah.
Your mind is messed up.
Yeah.
You have no idea. And the God who's the only one you can turn to,
Yeah.
you turn your back on him.
Yeah.
Oh, I love God, but you know, I got to live my life. And you know, I got to live my life.
That's all I have to benefit.
The benefit, all they want is from him is the benefit. And I got to have peace. I got to have peace. If my mama telling me something I don't want to hear, I can go anywhere and somebody else gonna tell me something else.
Yeah.
God is a caterer nowadays.
Come on now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What? Say that again.
God is a
God is a
caterer.
caterer. Yeah.
Or like we used to say, Santa Claus, give me what I want.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
can place on my list. This
put
is
my
what I'm,
list.
and this is what I want you to
Give
do
me
for
that,
me.
but I don't owe you anything.
Yeah, but
Nobody owes.
but
Everybody's entitled. Nobody owes anybody
you,
anything.
you got to do something.
Everything we get, we earn it. I deserve this, but
Entitled.
and we allow it to happen. When we gonna stand up? Like Madonna said, we already got the power.
It's in us.
It's in us.
And he's already look. I keep why y'all stop begging God. Stop begging.
Absolutely.
He did everything. You already got the promise. He waiting on you.
Wait on them.
What you gonna do?
Wait on them.
What you
Wait
gonna
on
do?
you. What you gonna do? Everything that he puts in your hand, you playing with, like you playing jack, tic tac toe.
Yeah.
making a game out of it.
Okay.
Instead of realizing this is reality, this is life.
Yeah.
And the Bible said not only are you responsible for your children, but you're responsible for your children's children.
Yeah.
Oh, deep.
They go deep like that.
It goes deep like
The
this.
generations.
Generational curses.
4.
And we allowing it. We can break the curse. We have the ability,
Yeah.
but we don't want to do it.
We don't want to
One
do the.
thing
We don't want to
being
do the
bad is
work.
We don't want to admit it.
Oh,
know,
man,
I
I ain't
can't
ashamed.
admit
I'm not
it.
ashamed to
Okay,
make
ashamed.
that I made some mistakes. You know.
Because, like she said, it's been put on us.
Yeah.
They gonna talk
They
about me.
programming.
We got to break the chains, baby. We keep singing about it, but break them
Break the
chains.
chain. We have to break the chains. We have to.
Break the chains.
But how we gonna do it?
We're gonna have to do it by. We're gonna have to lead by example.
We gotta leave that down. Just like I told them.
We're gonna have to
today,
start opening
next time
up our
We're gonna have
mouths.
Sunday school. We're gonna Bible study. Put the date down and go.
Start doing it.
Why do we have
If
to
you
have
build it,
6 plans to do anything?
yes.
We get up and do it. If those planes hit the sky today and bombs start dropping, we're gonna start running. What plans do we have for our elderly?
Yeah.
Where we gonna put our children?
Where
The
your
ones who are
preparation?
too small for you to say shh. So
Yeah.
you gotta put them somewhere
Yeah.
that they're safe
Yeah.
and that they're soundproof so nobody can find them. But
Right.
when have we?
We're not
where the
prepared.
plans? Where we gonna put them?
We're not
Where the
prepared.
plan?
We're not.
Where the plan? We don't have no preparation. And I've been saying this for 5 years.
Yeah.
And all the men want you to do is please hush.
Yeah.
Please shut up.
No, it's time for us to open up our
Open
mouths.
up our mouths.
Easy to make a sound.
Absolutely.
It's time for us to open up our mouths. We've been quiet too long.
Absolutely.
We loud about things we ought not to be loud about. Let's get loud with our people.
Absolutely.
Let's get loud with our young babies. We got to start early. We can't wait till they get to be 6, 7 years old. We got to start with them babies. Them babies right there. You gotta get 'em- you gotta get 'em before they 5 years old.
What's that little girl they call her Miss somebody?
I know what you're talking
The
about.
little baby doing the boots on the ground.
Yeah.
Miss Shirley.
Miss Shirley.
Miss Shirley is what, 4 years old. She can't spell her name. You never see, oh, look her up. Miss Shirley.
Miss Shirley.
Doing the boots
Little
on the
bitty girl.
ground. And then they have grown men
I
who
see.
travel, you seen it, all
Yeah.
over the country.
Who come to
To
see
go
her.
and watch this baby.
To see her.
You got to be a grown man. You got to be a pedophile.
Yeah.
To travel all over the country to see a 4-year-old shake her. You know how they do the thing. You
Yeah.
want to look at this 4-year-old. Something wrong with you, bro. It's something. But see, we're not looking at that stuff. As
And-
long
and-
as
and
we
all
can
we look
look
at-
at each
and
other
Mom.
and complain about each other and I got more than you got it. You're not this. And you're not as educated as I am. That's what the enemy wants us to do.
It's
But
easy
when-
to do nothing.
Right. It's easy to do nothing. But if you got grown men travel, you know I'm telling the truth, traveling the country. Folks coming from cross country to see a 4-year-old shake her hip. Something wrong with you, bro.
First of all,
Well-
grown men is crazy.
That's what I'm
And
saying.
then you're traveling to do it.
They travel to do
They
it. And then
travel.
the mama got her in the club doing it. Where you come from? I want to take
It's
you
all.
in the
It's
room.
all about them.
You got this baby doing this.
They get me hot. They get me hot.
Absolutely. But then when you say something about it, it's something. Just keep your mouth closed. That's you know, I've had pastors tell me, pay your time and keep your mouth closed. That's all we want you to do. That's why we don't have, pay your time. That's why we don't have men in the church. I am a licensed minister, my husband is too, and you got preachers that's pimping. Yes, you do.
Tired of it.
Whoa.
I'm tired of it.
Tired.
I've been tired of it.
Yes.
But we got to have
I
people
tell
that's
you
gonna
what.
stand. But you can't stand up until you make up your mind that you're going to stand firm. Because they waiting on you to open your mouth and they're going to go out and find something on you and discredit whatever you say. So
Yeah.
when you get ready to stand up, you got to have your stuff
You got to be
together.
ready.
Oh, you crazy?
not
man.
You got to
Okay.
be ready.
You gonna be crazy.
You got to be ready.
Yeah, boots on the ground for the wrong.
You got to be.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, what
For the
you
wrong
talking
thing.
about?
Absolutely.
So-
Not a 4-year-old.
Speaking of movement, we were speaking of movements earlier. Okay. Could a movement be started with just strong men alone?
It did before.
A
The
movement is not a one person.
Muslims, the Nation of Islam, and the Black Panthers were just black men. Period. They're women, but I have to give it to them. They love and respect their women.
Absolutely.
They held them in high esteem.
Absolutely. And you're not gonna
But the women wasn't out there on the front line. The women took care of them babies
Right. So if a
and
man,
took care of the home front.
Well,
See,
I'ma tell
you
y'all
gonna
something.
send your men out here in the world and work. You need a strong woman at that house
I'm gonna tell y'all one even deeper.
for them babies.
Let's go back to the Garden of Eden.
Yes.
Y'all ready for it?
yes,
We in
ma'am.
the car.
Here's the conversation. We're in the Garden of Eden. The serpent has already tricked Eve.
Yeah.
God shows up. He dishes out punishment. I don't care what nobody say. It's a punishment that he dished out.
May I
Because they were
interject?
living free. Go ahead.
And even though the devil beguiled the lady to partake, punishment came down on that man's head.
It came down on the man's head. What was his punishment?
They got
Naked.
exiled.
His punishment, everybody
He
was
was stripped.
exiled from the garden. Everybody.
Stripped.
And then he put the
He was
angels
stripped
and
naked.
the
Right.
guards with the swords.
He was
Right.
exposed.
Everybody was
Keep 'em
exiled
out.
from the
For
garden.
who he was.
The punishment of the serpent was to do what?
On his belly,
Crawl on his belly.
Yeah.
The punishment
Oh, yeah.
for the man was to do what?
work the
Work by the
field,
sweat of his
brow.
brow. The
Yeah.
punishment of the woman was what?
Labor pains.
Pain and
Yeah,
labor.
baby,
Why
yeah,
is it
that
you
baby.
want a woman to work all day long and then go into labor, raise the children,
Yeah.
like they used to say in the
Yeah.
perfume commercial?
Yeah.
I can bring home the bacon, or I should be fried up in the
Yeah.
pan. Or
Yeah.
I should be, never let him forget. He's a man. That was the whole commercial. So I got to do it all. I
Yeah.
got to go out to work, bring
And
home
we-
the bacon,
and-
then
yeah.
cook it, then have the baby, and then make sure you take care of it. Come on, get real.
Can't do all
They
that.
ended up where I wanted it to go. That was a nice setup.
Crazy work.
Lot of
Those are
them
nice
went for it too.
That's what we look at.
She make these women take accountability.
That was the
That's
setup.
what I'm talking about.
Because that's the thing about it. I had black women, my mother's generation, who told me,
Yeah.
in a few years you won't have a husband. Not because I'm lording over my husband, but because I demand of my husband to respect me. You're not going to go out there and go to your mama's house and meet Susie like everybody else was doing.
Already.
Then stay out all night long, and then come home to me.
Yeah.
I made it clear. You going out there, gonna stay all night.
There you go.
My mama told me, you're not going to have
It done
a
got
husband.
cold in here.
March 9th, 2025, we celebrated 40 years. 40 short, 40.
Yee.
Yeah.
Because I'm telling you, I'm the best one now. I'm going to spoil you. He's spoiled Rodney.
Ooh, baby.
You
Don't
get
you know?
his feet.
Don't you know that's how we keep them?
That's how
You gotta spoil them. You gotta spoil them.
Well said, but
You gotta
you're
spoil
not
them.
going to have all the amenities and still do what you want to do.
Look, they gonna come home. Let me tell you something. If they getting the right treatment at home, you taking care of that home front, they ain't going nowhere.
Exactly. Man, I guarantee you.
They not gonna step out.
Go home and feel good. He gonna
They
go
not
home.
gonna, man, he ain't been to jeopardize that. He a fool if he do.
But he's going to go out there and his home going to, this is how they mess up. They
It
go out
never
there,
works.
homeboy say, man, you him pick.
Yeah.
I know how
Oh,
it is.
yeah.
You
Yeah.
him pick.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
look,
Yeah.
he going
Yeah.
home, he might eat a bologna sandwich.
Yeah.
Maybe.
That's right.
Take a bath.
If he get that. If he get that.
Go to the laundry and wash it all clothes.
Fix his own plate.
Without you, I love your home.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. He talking.
Hands in the dirt.
Yeah.
He trying to talk you out of it so he can sneak in.
Yeah.
You know.
You see how good you got it? I'm finna tell you. Me tell you about your man. Oh, baby
Yeah.
child, you better not listen to that.
Hey, that makes sense.
But see, we have to have these type of conversations.
Exactly.
But the world is saying, don't do that.
Yeah.
Why? Because it's gonna give us power.
Don't say
Yeah.
that. I know these two marriage men, and I was telling somebody something I said about my husband. I said, I remember one time I was working in the mall, and this policeman used to come up and make passes at me. So I would tell him all the time, look, I'm married, leave me alone. So he kept doing it. So one day I got on the phone, called my husband. Well, I'm at the desk, and the back door, I can see all the way to the back door, and my husband come walking in me, man, you crazy. Then he followed me home one time. He turned the siren on as I was leaving work. but I pulled up in my yard and laid on the horn. Oh, you got to be crazy. See, they think everyone is
easy.
out there, just easy.
Just think you're easy.
They just think you're easy.
And they'll try you.
You got to teach that young woman to stand up. Value
Yeah.
who you are.
Tell them no. The animals is
You
no.
know,
Get the stepping.
$5. What is
Yeah,
it?
yeah.
But I had them tell me, well, it's $5 more than I had, but you don't value yourself.
Mm-hmm.
I know that is.
You have to value yourself.
You can't be swept by words.
They gonna
See,
tell you
they
what
gonna
to
say
do.
anything. They gonna come at you from all kinds of angles.
If I
And
told
you-
my baby, oh, you pretty, okay, thank you, I already
Yeah,
know.
yeah,
You smell
yeah.
good, thank you, I
Yeah,
already
thank you.
know.
Yeah, yeah.
You look
That's
like
how you
thank
get
you, I
in.
already know.
You know how we are. We love to hear them words.
Absolutely.
And sometimes that's their tricky way in. But they don't
But
have
you
it.
can't fall for it.
Uh.
But if we don't teach our children this,
Yes.
it's a lot of work. We are
It
so
is.
far behind. It's
It
ridiculous.
is. It is challenging.
It's
And
work.
some of our young girls just they're not equipped to deal with it.
Yeah.
That's why they missing. You got a lot of girls missing in action right now. Don't nobody know where they're at because they're so vulnerable to flattery and that kind of thing, you know?
Put you in the car, baby, take you down to the coast, put you on the boat, you gone.
You gone.
That's it.
You know?
It's
It's
never
just
designed.
sad.
Like,
It's happening. It's happening.
And they don't want to believe it.
No?
They don't want to believe it until it's too late.
Yeah.
And
It's
too
too
late
late.
to exist.
Yeah.
It's late. It's too late.
Yeah.
It's over. It's done. But
Yeah.
this is what has to happen.
Right.
Now, watch tonight, the enemy gonna come in. He had more time than you did. That's the enemy.
Yeah.
He taught more than you did. But you gotta learn
gotta-
to know the enemy and to address him. You got my face, like you would.
Yeah.
I'm coming with that.
Yeah.
Because he's gonna do it.
Exactly.
He is going to do it. But you gotta be strong. What the scripture say, be strong, be vigilant. For
Be
your
vigilant.
adversary,
Yes.
Yep.
the devil, seeks to sift you as wheat. He just want, hey, you just some little toy, juggling up and down.
Yeah.
If you allow him to do it.
Allow.
Allow him.
Allow it.
Just like I told
You got the
"Open
power.
now
Vampire.
unto him who is
You
You
got
got
the
weapon
power.
in.
to do exceeding abundantly above all you can ask or think according to the power in you. It's in you.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we don't want to teach that. That's why we don't have Bible study. Okay, we can go everywhere we want to go because of COVID, but we can't have
You know,
Bible study.
let me tell you what I say about Bible study. Sunday morning is the best time to have Bible study.
I heard a lot of people say that.
Sunday morning. But they
But
have.
you
If
right.
they ain't gonna, if you got them,
Yeah,
teach them.
you're right. You're so right. You are so right.
Don't wait on them to come back Wednesday night. Hell, they gonna be at the club on Wednesday night.
You've got to understand.
Get 'em in there on Sunday morning.
Situation, all this war and stuff, it's in there.
And I love. See, look, I'm gonna say this, Pastor. I don't like preachers. Don't take it personal. I like teachers.
Yeah.
Come to church. Give me my Bible and open it up. Teach me
Right.
the word. Because see, you've been studying, you've been at it for years.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? So you can deep that.
Deep down deep.
So that's why I say the best time to have Bible studies on Sunday morning.
Yeah, absolutely right.
Get that Bible. Open it up.
What we want is, and she said.
Oh, wait a minute now.
The river was red. And flowing over the mountain. And yeah, he did it for me. And yeah, he'll do it for you. And what did they do? What did you learn? Tell me what you learned.
Check
Nothing.
this
Tell me
out.
what you learned.
Watch
I
this.
learned it.
Watch this. Let's do something different.
Mm-hmm.
Sing us a song.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, that's a beautiful way
I
to
try to back you up.
What you want?
I try to be your backup.
On your
Ooh, good.
If you don't mind,
Yeah,
could
do
you
that.
please sing us a song, man?
Oh, he said,
no problem. I just wanted to see
Yeah, bless our ears.
what's going to happen with Miss Della's thing. Deep river, my home is over Jordan. campground. Don't you want to go to that gospel feast, that promised land where all is peace? Deep river, my home is over Jordan. Deep river, Lord, I want to cross over into campground. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Glory. Hallelujah.
Ah.
Miss Della.
Now see, that's how we used to do it.
Yeah.
That's the deep.
You know, we used to just sing from the heart. I have a thing with choirs now and what they call them,
Praise team.
praise teams and all that. But you know, we don't reach deep down in there and sing them songs like our folks had to sing
That's what
them
they sang.
during them tough times.
Tough time.
You know, that's when you know and you can feel it.
When you have to understand what they're talking about.
Yeah, when you have to understand. And I say to when I used to try to be a choir director, that was years ago, I would tell them, your ministry, your people are supposed to feel something when you coming out there with these voices. You can't just be singing because you think you sound good. The people sitting here need to feel what you're trying. It's a message. Express it. And we got to get back to that too.
We do. Because our children definitely, within the last 10 years, don't know any Negro spirituals.
They don't know any of them.
They don't know the message.
They don't.
They don't know the fact that the slaves had to go through swamp. And that when they're talking about Jordan River, they're not necessarily talking
about it.
spirituality.
Yeah.
They're talking about escaping slavery.
There you go.
They're talking about getting up out of Alabama and Mississippi
Yeah.
and going up north.
Yeah.
And I want to cross over campground.
Yeah.
It's when the slave catchers had set up camp
Yeah.
to catch you. And you had to know the difference between the fire of a campground from a slave catcher
That's
and
right.
the fire from an abolitionist who was there to lead you to freedom. But
There
see,
you
we
go.
got to understand this is deep. That's why I
Man,
say deep.
it's real deep. It's
It's
deep.
deeper than
Yes,
that.
deep.
But we want to throw that, don't talk about that.
Yeah.
Let's not have race relations. Let's not do that.
But
We
you
don't
know
wanna
what?
do that.
We better go back to teaching it.
We gotta go
Because
back
if
to
we
teaching
don't, we will find ourselves repeating.
We will.
We're going to have a nice, deep conversation,
We
my
got
sister,
to.
about what we ought to do. Did
What
you,
we need
did
to
you
do.
get to my songs I was telling you about?
I did.
Did you throw one on
I
my door?
I gave them to our secretary, and then she didn't show up this morning because she was sick. A lot of people are sick with this.
Because
COVID.
they're trying to do too much. You need to slow down and tell you the
No,
truth.
she's telling the truth, y'all, wisdom. Because I had to learn this. You have to have wisdom of what you do. You can't do everything.
And then designate somebody.
You got to.
That's one
You
thing
got
I've learned
to.
about
You
these
cannot
churches.
do-
You got two or three
cannot
people trying to do
everything.
everything.
You know, like I tell them all the time, y'all want to throw Bible, don't throw Bible at me, because I tell you, when we got help, when Moses was trying to do everything, his father-in-law Jethro told him, look
And
among
you need to
you
delegate.
somebody.
Yeah, you got to delegate.
Delegate
Yeah.
some responsibility.
Absolutely.
You can't do everything because you don't think it's done properly. Because if you teach it properly, I have my daughter now. When she was 14, I got sick, and she used to help me cut up celery and bell pepper and onions and stuff like that for the holidays. And that's all she did. But she would watch me cook. When she was 14, and I had gone to the doctor that day because I had nasal surgery, a whole lot of stuff going on. And I told her, let me take my medicine, lie down for a little while, and we'll finish cooking. I woke up midnight, I said, oh, Lord, we're going to be up all night cooking. Then I started smelling the collard greens, I smelled the pound cake, I smelled...
That girl done went on and did the thing.
Everything in the house.
Smell like
Yeah.
yours then.
Baby, well, I'll be honest with you, that chicken cook better than I can. I'm serious because she loves cooking. I cook because my mother had 10 children, so I had to learn how to cook when I was 9 years old, and I cook out of necessity. She cooks because she loves the art of cooking. So she really cooks better than
Oh,
I
it
do.
hit different.
Oh, it's different. It does hit different. I don't watch cooking shows. She still, if a cooking show is on, she's all into it. And I'm like,
Something like that.
go in there and put some food in there and be through. It's done, and it's more than edible, because that's how I got my husband. He liked the good food. But she loves cooking. I tell Miss Della, she's a master seamstress.
I do all right.
What was I talking about?
Baby,
I
We
do
were
okay.
talking about that
I do
last.
okay.
master seamstress.
Women don't know how to sew no more.
I've been telling we need
I'm trying to get it going
now.
now. We have a sewing class
I
on.
told you I give us this
every-
is our 1
every
month
week.
anniversary today.
Yeah.
Give us some time. But
We
you
gonna
have
have
to be
Zion
in
gonna have all of
You
it.
have to be in an environment where people are, and I have thanked them. You heard me tell them because a lot of times
Yeah.
I've gone in churches and if the choir's singing, baby, you better not say nothing. You trying to take our song. That's what's wrong
Oh
with us.
Lordy, oh
So
baby.
I back down a whole lot.
Well, I don't. You see, I
Like
don't
the Joe
sing.
said, I was trained by
I try to.
a master musician. I read
I was
music,
too.
but I don't play. But I
I
have a
was
son
too.
who does not read music. Who played for the Claus Sisters, he played for Rance Allen before he passed, he can roll on down, baby, he can
Right.
play. But
Where
when
he
he
at?
was 5 and 6, I want to go to music, I want to play
Where is he?
basketball. He's in Montgomery.
You need to come on up here and be our pianist. I need it.
Well, you know, I'm going to be really
Uh-oh.
honest with them. Zion ain't going to pay him like they take it.
How you know? We got. We had our look. Let me tell you something about Berean. When I was a member at the great Berean Baptist Church,
I remember you.
we had the baddest choir in Marion, Alabama back then. But we brought a man here from Montgomery. We put him at our house. And we had him train us. We had one heck of a choir. We used to do a concert every year that folks would come from all around the communities to live to hear us.
I understand that.
I want to go back to that.
You
But
got to go back to that, but you know, you got to first, you got to take care, they got to take care of the pastor, and then come on down and take care of the musician. If my son making more than my husband making his pastor,
wait now, we gonna figure that out.
much more. So that's why
Let's
I
pray
say
for us.
we got to value what we want. We got to,
Right.
we
And
got
then
to
we need
invest.
to train. Look, we got all these young folks.
Right.
See, we had music lessons. Everybody in Berean at one time took music lessons. Okay, you got a few of them that still trying to play piano now. You know. But anyhow, look,
But it's
I love to sing. I ain't gonna tell you. I love to sing and I love a grand
I
choir.
get them from, but seriously,
I love
it's a
a
lot
grand
as people we have to do when if you want quality, you got to come up with it.
You got to come up with it.
You
You gotta come up with it.
You know,
You figure it out.
And he looked at us and he laughed. Come on.
I just don't look. I come from a place where we didn't have nearly as much as we have now, and we made it happen. And so
It's possible.
Yeah.
Everything is possible. But
Yeah.
you got to have people with the mindset who understand. I need somebody.
what it takes.
If I go to the hospital, I need
Yeah.
somebody that can go at 2 a.m. in the morning and at 5 a.m. and stay there and pray, and somebody who can pick the children up from school and take
Right.
them home and feed them and
Right.
all these things. But we don't
Right.
look at ministry as that. We look at ministry as going in the pulpit, coming out and going home. But when you really want ministry, you got to have a person that's available. If he got
Yeah.
to go to work, just like everybody else, then,
Yeah.
but then they
Yeah.
expected us to stay up all night, and we done, and my children looked there, and that was y'all do. We don't do that.
Yeah. Different day and time.
It comes straight from the heart, because they don't do that kind of y'all. No, ain't nobody do that no more. Y'all come on now. Get up out your bed at 2 o'clock in the morning, and then he got to go to work at 8. You at the hospital all night, then you go home, take a shower, and go home and go to work, and then they still expect you to be in the pulpit.
That's not for you. You can't do all that.
telling y'all that I'm ministering. But when you have people who understand that this is what it's all about, then you know, then you can do better.
Look, yeah.
Could I ask you ladies to give us a few words of wisdom? Y'all see what we trying to do, and you know we've talked a couple times behind the scene and about the type of men that's needed or whatever. I think we got to the point where this is a movement in our eyes.
Okay.
It's a safe place, not a soft place. We were ready to change the narrative.
Okay.
So, yeah, what could one of you, either one of you, give us? What we could take with us moving forward?
I think you need to investigate, know what you're dealing with, have different scenarios set up, do a lot of praying, a lot of training. No one should go off on their own because these are some serious times. Whatever you do, it should be a united effort. Everybody needs to be aware of what's going on. And like I said, you have to be committed to a fault. Like when we elected our first black American president, he had to dot every I and cross every T because they look all under, and that's what they're
looking for stuff. Yeah.
They're gonna look all up under everything.
And they're gonna try to magnify your faults.
They're gonna magnify your faults.
Yeah.
And guess what? No one is without fault.
That's right.
But
Nobody's faultless.
From this moment forward, you have to make sure that everything that you do it in the art of perfection, that you know what you're doing, that you're accountable to each other. And the first person who can't be held accountable needs to leave because it's going to ruin everything. You got to be accountable.
Yes.
Got to be accountable. You got to be prayerful. And you got to know that this is what you want to do. Because if you put your hand to the plow, you can't look back.
That's right. Invite people in.
Yeah.
Y'all in a better position to reach out to the younger folks in the community. Because, see, they ain't talking to old lady. You understand? They ain't listening. They ain't listening to nothing. You know, let me tell you something. I do have a large youth following in town. See, they don't just, I don't know. I'm connected to that school. And when I came back here, I started teaching dance at the school. And those kids are still around, those young people. I won't say kids. They ain't kids no more. Some of them got kids. Some of them got kids. But y'all are in a perfect position to reach out to the young folks in this town. Ain't y'all got some little group called themselves, what's the name of that little group? What's the name of that little group they call themselves here in Marion? What's the name of the little brothers and stuff that run around here thinking they hard?
I don't know what they call them.
What they call them little boys? Don't try to act like y'all don't know. I'm going to tell you who they is in a minute. Y'all don't understand. I'm nosy. I ask questions. I know a whole lot more than y'all think I know. What they call them young boys running around here? What they call themselves? Well, you know who I'm talking about.
I know you talking
All
about.
right, reach out. See if you can't get them in here, because some of them
I be talking to them.
some of them go in jail if they don't wash their back and stop that foolishness.
Yeah, I be talking to them.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's it.
And bring them in. We got to figure out a way to get them in a room so we can minister to them and tell them, get off of that track, man. Kay ain't building these jails for no reason. She already planning to lock them. Look, that's what's, these folk got a plan. You see, they done locked up too many of our young brothers is in jail,
And
y'all.
they have the assistance.
That's all part of the plan. And we helping them get them now.
That's right, sense of us, just like
So,
they did with slavery.
yeah.
Y'all know ain't nowhere in the world they could get
We got to stop it.
And that's what they did.
We got to stop it.
They
We gotta
used Africans to get Africans. That's how we lost the election.
Yeah.
You had black men that did not want a woman to tell them what to do.
Yeah.
So they voted for what you call them, T-Run.
T-Run.
now they
And then
rebelling.
you got white men who are threatened by the power of the black woman.
Absolutely.
Do you know that scared the life out of these folks? Look, they scared the life out of them when Obama got elected. They've been crazy ever since. And then they thought that they was going to let a black woman as strong as she is in the White House. Oh, heck no. They wasn't about to let that happen.
But we could have had,
You know?
had we worked together.
Yeah.
But we didn't work together. I tell you, when I went to vote for Obama, my entire family went that morning. My husband would tell you, the deputy at the voting poll swore me in that morning because they didn't have enough people to work the poll. And I did not move from my seat. My husband had to bring me lunch. I sat there in my seat, eating chicken, signing folks up. We got Obama in.
Yeah.
But when we went to vote for our first female president, I walked in,
Well, nobody.
I voted, and I
Quiet.
walked out.
Yeah.
And I knew before I got home,
She wasn't going to make it.
she wasn't going to make it.
Yeah.
It was that simple.
Yeah.
But we don't want to listen to wisdom. Oh, you don't know that. Y'all doing the old way, like they say about church. I do it because God, I love God. I love Him, I promise you. But my son, like, seriously, we got our mind got to change. I'm serious. I know you feel me. I know. He be like, well, I know you love God, but are you serious? Yeah. And they think it's cute, but it ain't. You know, hey, it ain't cute. But you got somebody who's locked in. I've been locked in. I tell you, someone, you know, I don't play. I've been locked in with the Lord all my life. I'm a little girl. And I don't care. You don't take care of me no way.
Hey.
My friends and
Yes,
neighbors, even my
God.
family members can't understand. The Lord sent me to Hawaii for 7 days. I ain't paying a dime, just laying it out.